it's the same tactic these guys are using for development. You know, maybe let's Singapore, Simbaya, you know, Singapore, light rail, tram. Sakaja, I've seen you before, man.
Yeah. Kuna vile, what's his name? Gaitho was saying that he's going to make so much noise about the death of Jirongo that the US will sanction. Kenya. And I remember when I heard that, I just started laughing. Like, this guy, in his world, the US cares about Jirongo. So am I the one who's crazy? Shit, eh? And I remember ukiniambia that nikirudi, maybe I might be ready to talk about it. So are you ready to talk about it? Are you in a better space mentally? Like, what was this struggle that you're gonna go?
Where you find people are stuck in a mentality, and that time maybe, like, I remember my bro was telling me how he was with, funny enough, Sudi. And Sudi was telling me, unajua nini watoto watajiri. Sudi right now is one of the richest guys. But it's like it's not clicked in his head
that he's rich.
Yeah. And that's a thing of poverty.
Ikonini. Episode 579 tukisema ni happy boxing day ama is it
happy boxing day.
Happy boxing day, man.
I think the only guy hapa ali grew up around boxing day.
Sisi ni kwa uwanja.
Ajavia new boxing day. So tuko tunaambia na mtaa, unajua leo kuna vile Tyson anapigana na Evander Buda. That's what we knew. Yeah.
You never had presents growing up?
Skia.
Don't start.
Okay, I didn't grow up. First of all, nice to be here. Thanks for the invite as usual.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't grow up with that Christmas presents in the white way per se.
Yes,
but
they were there
for sure. There were presents like Christmas Day, though we never used to open them on Boxing Day. No, I was trying to wait for Boxing Day, bro. Christmas Day, man, we'd open your presents, man.
For real?
Yeah.
Do you guys
open on Boxing Day or
Christmas Day?
Christmas Day.
Okay.
You couldn't wait, man. Yeah. You couldn't wait.
Under the Christmas tree.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes. These guys are laughing at me for having a Christmas.
See, we are not laughing at you. We are laughing at ourselves.
We weren't presentable. The only thing that came close to a Christmas theme, check these shiny things that guys wear during graduation.
Yes.
Nikaona like kwani mnavaa vitu zetu za nyumbani. Those manininis.
Yeah.
And maybe to reborn because it was like the wire.
But what about leave alone?
I'm napitia more peer pressure.
Leave alone
pressure.
Leave alone the white Christmas. But there was like a Christmas essence that I don't know if it's not there as much anymore. Like even if you walked into malls,
yes.
It's not as the way it used to be. Before, I feel like there was a Christmas vibe that was there. And vibe, I'm not talking just about presents. Just a vibe. It's because we were young.
I think it's because no, I don't think it's because we were young. Because even my kid, like, she's never excited for Christmas. You excited for because 24th ni birthday ya cousin wake. And it's normally celebrated on the 25th in a combination na Christmas. That's what she looks forward to. Sisikiagi akisema like it's Christmas. She never even asks for Christmas presents. Hata saa vile umesema hivyo, that's now I'm feeling guilty like damn. Maybe we should be getting this kid Christmas presents because my kid never asks for a Christmas present. And normally because mum get your presents randomly, Christmas is never, you understand? Does that make sense?
Like our parents used to save the best for last.
When we were young is when you get Christmas present surprise, like maybe from under age 10, 11. There at some point Christmas now you'd go pick out what you want.
Yes,
that's within budget. So not at anything, but it was not that you don't want any surprises because they're like, hey, I know exactly what I want. I don't want a surprise. Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't like the surprise.
Man,
Yeah.
even birthdays, man. Birthdays, we'd have to. So of course we're brothers, so we'd always look out for each other. Because obviously the folks will ask your siblings, what do you want? Make sure, man, get the right thing, man.
Yeah. Oh.
If it's a specific, do you guys remember Cartoon Network Action Man? Do you remember Action Man? Action Man. It was an action figure.
Yes.
So those action figures had different renditions. So maybe you want the one that's like a soldier, or the one that's a karate guy, and then if they get you the one that's not, they fumble. Like that's not the one you wanted.
Now, but Sas, you have to act surprised and appreciative at the same time.
You have to. What do you do?
I was watching kids getting crazy over gifts that they felt like they didn't deserve them.
Deserve or want?
Or want.
Yes. Nilichekilia American Kids.
I wanted a Samsung. Then he breaks the monitor. Junior.
Hey,
I'm like,
Ilikuwa
damn.
crazy.
Yeah.
My parents was, as much as we had that, bro, my parents would still kick your ass if you tried some shit like that, bro.
Ilikuwa crazy.
So what did you guys do for Christmas? That's Marv.
My Christmases have been predictable, like for the last 10 years. I'm on my last 11 Christmases, because it's always about the family, but now family side ya wife. Why? Because it's closer. Like ocha ya wife ni utawala.
Okay.
You understand? So that's the thing that we do every year, because mi sitaki kwenda ocha, because it's too hectic. Number one, it's too expensive, too dangerous. Like people just drive like they're in a hurry. Najua. That's
But nowadays you can for the company I work for has pretty decently priced tickets.
around the
kitu fani ni yes neza I can do that but I'd have to have planned it kitambo ndio ni book mapema.
Fair enough.
Because if you book too close it becomes
more expensive.
becomes a problem.
And right now we're full.
Saizi niko sure mko full kabisa, because nili notice na tukienda, was it funeral ya Zak kumbuka like tukienda funeral ya Zak, that's what I noticed, like damn you guys. Alafu the best thing lakini about the company you work for is you always keep time, like 9 times out of 10.
95%. In fact,
Yes.
I'll shout them out because us guys take OTP so seriously, on time performance. Like we have it down to a science, bro. Like our departures are always within +-2. Yeah, and then once in a while, maybe we'll have a maintenance issue with one aircraft, so it's pulled out of service, and that day just goes into shit.
Yes.
But now that day on Twitter, bro, oh my God, we've been at the airport for 7 hours. So you can end up thinking that we don't keep time, yet we have the best time record in the country.
But I think more understand why people lose their shit is because normally when it comes to plane tickets, you planned your day around something. Understand? Kama ile siku,
That's true.
The only reason like I'm at the airport for plane it okay 6 a.m. is because I have a funeral. So if kama your funeral laiko like kulikuwa na best yetu fulani like anitokwa Chalo was on that flight and on back kwa flight ya 8 p.m. akirudi sindio? So he alirudi the same day because he had planned his day design, alikuwa najua he'd make it. Me I always plan my day with what if, so it's rare sana upata nimeenda asubuhi nikarudi jioni. I've done that before na Mombasa, but it's rare sana. Normally I always nikitravel leo narudi kesho.
Coming back the same day is tiring.
Yeah.
Because it means you're up early. Your whole day is rigged around travel.
Yeah, so kulikuwa na hiyo alafu Cape Town ilikuwa jito.
Cape Town was beautiful, man. First international trip with my wife.
Yeah, okay.
We've been on a few vacations, but first time traveling abroad with her. Much needed, especially the season I was going through that time. I was struggling kidogo just before that. But just before that, I was able to put a lid on it. Just before it traveled. And for me, it was like a reset. Cape Town is beautiful. It just makes you realize how much Nairobi is a scam. Everything in Nairobi is more expensive. Good food is more expensive here.
Yes.
Travel around Nairobi is more expensive if you're using Uber. I found clothes are cheaper and better quality than Obo does. That's a big one.
That's a big plus.
And Cape Town is just so beautiful. And so ironic because Cape Town is run by the DA party in SA. That's the predominantly white party. And you can just see the difference with Cape Town and Johannesburg, for example. Cape Town is just well better kept and run, man. It's a beautiful place. Highly recommend anyone if you're ever planning to travel. I'd even say before you go to Dubai, go to Cape Town, man.
Yeah, Cape Town is beautiful, man. And it's sad that vile tu hiyo kitu umetoka kusema, yeah, white, black. It's sad that kuna saa zingine, I think because of the shit that we went through, we want to make wealth so fast that we end up fucking up a good thing. Because when I think there were images nikuwa nambwa ni za Durban, yes? And Durban iko run by msewa ANC, the same thing na Joburg, and they are shitoles, najua
Kabisa.
They've turned them into shitoles, and you're there like, why are you doing that? Don't just
The Afrikaners had there's a book that was out, maybe I'll ask whoever does your editing to find it out, maybe if it's there, that captures the essence of what the Afrikaans did in terms of self-enrichment,
yes,
while maintaining development. They had a 20-80 rule. You cannot eat more than 20% of whatever is meant for development. So it's not that they didn't get filthy, absolutely rich.
yes,
But they were able to keep themselves at bay. And of course, South Africa ended up being what it is infrastructurally.
Yes.
You know? So in come the Africans, and it moves from 80-20, 50-50, 40-60. At some point now it's like 90-10. Yeah. Kenya is actually, I think Kenya is 90-10, man.
Yeah, Kenya is 90-10. Kenya, it's so ridiculous because
You develop yourself first.
And think about it, if Kenya is 90-10,
and we can run.
and it's running the way it's running, imagine if it was at even 50.
Without resources.
Imagine.
Don't even have gold or anything. I'm easy mind.
We don't have gold. I thought
Not in big deposits.
I thought there's 800 billion deposit funds where.
Haukusikia
Nini
kuna
Western?
nani? Yeah, kuna mtu alikuwa nasema that ilikuwa ni Gachagua saying it's worth trillions, and I would not be surprised if they've told us it's worth 680 billion, and we know they always
And that's,
steal.
and
Naomba hiyo
that's
principle yako.
10%.
Yeah, 10%.
Yeah.
That means they've
They
understand.
already put.
Yes, it's
Because
ridiculous.
kitambo
Man.
tunakumbuka we had titanium back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I think it's exhausted.
I've had people saying that
Yeah.
a lot of times these elections that we see about UDA and Azimio and Jubilee and NASA, at their core, it's about minerals. It's not that about anything other than that. It's just that doesn't make it to the mainstream. But they're fighting for control of these things. And these things are mined apparently in a very covert kind of way. I mean, who's your minister for mining right now?
It's Joho.
Why mining?
So nasema ni juu coast
Allegedly.
ndio iko na
What is he good at? Allegedly.
Undermining.
So
it's crazy,
He's
but when you
resourceful.
think about go back to your story like Cape Town, yes? When I look at Cape Town and I look at Nairobi, I won't even go. Neza tokata Cape Town niende. I was watching Wodemaya, and I've been talking about this, and I was looking at how much Addis Ababa is changing. Addis Ababa is changing at such a fast rate that inacha Nairobi nyuma. And don't forget, Nairobi has always been the shit. But because of elections, I feel like we are always 24/7 to go in election mode. So since to go in election mode, we'll allow things that should not be allowed because we are afraid of losing elections. So somehow the Kenyan government has figured out that there are more border riders than there are passengers in Kenya, or there are voters in Kenya. So the border industry has been given this free reign where they can do anything. Shall notice?
and it starts with traffic rules.
Yes, they can literally do anything. Ile design
Can ban a car. You can skip traffic. But it's common consensus that traffic rules don't apply to them. At a roundabout, everyone has stopped for traffic lights. And by the shout out Nairobians, I feel like people are starting to respect traffic lights in a profound way. Sometimes you find even like there are no cars and guys are still stopped. You still have the odd one guy who's just a dickhead continuing. But borders, I hold my beer. Those guys,
they're doing reconstructions in Tao around that Tombea statue. So it's just inspecting, trying to walk on a pavement. I was trying to walk on a pavement. Then so about that, we talk hapa
because
he was using the pavement.
You see,
Just looked
nakwambia.
at him.
But you said there are more than voters, huh?
See, that's what the politicians will have us believe. We are the majority, so we cannot allow a minority to control everything, be able to cause accidents with no accountability, create all the chaos katikati ya tao, and then justify it ati they are looking, they wanajitafutia. Kama unajitafutia and it comes at the price of people losing their lives, kusanajua they au gonga watu na boda
Like
au
if
fanya hizi vitu zote.
If he knocked me, I wouldn't be here right now. Maybe I've been nursing some injuries.
Plus also but the border dynamic is a problem of the failure of our government, because it was cute when Kibaki came and empowered guys. Good. But that cannot be the solution to our transport needs in terms of
country.
As a country continues to develop, borders cannot be right now. Once in a blue moon, I will use a border. But it's because of how limited our road network is. Because Misisi was saying, as a foreigner, he's like, I put it in his exact words. For the way Nairobians like to get it in, like, like going to work, he's like, our roads just don't suffice. Like, he's like, you guys don't have enough
roads
infrastructure for the kind of activity that you guys get up to. Like,
The flow.
it's like, why is it so
narrow and
why aren't you going up? Why aren't there many levels to many roads? Why is it just this one way?
Bottleneck.
And then now borders are the solution. But what does that look like in 10 years from now? It's a problem.
No, it's Mumbai.
Yeah.
It's Mumbai.
So, but it's going to come at the price of getting one person who's a visionary. Like, majuzi nilisikia this thing, and I don't know how true this is, but I think Sakaja announced he was trying to come up na trams, sindio? So your trams, those
but
two
he
trains.
said that's the light rail. He said
Yes.
that
Majuzi pia alisema.
voted in, and he lied to us. We've never heard about it since.
Remember he said mama juzi, and when he said that, I remember learning that in China they are doing the same thing, but without kudig barabara. Because the time ya kudig barabara, it's going to take too long. Yes. So the Chinese are apparently doing this by just marking the rail. Alafu your train itakuwa ikipitia, like using AI and what. We have very good internet. Hakuna mtu anaweza ni convince otherwise. That means we can also do it the same way. And I feel like Africa, shida yetu ya Africa, and we don't want to skip steps. Look at our SGR. Uhuru wako anataka kuskip step ya locomotive, gari la moshi. So we had to go through that. But since hatukuwa na nini, tuko tunafaa kuskip your step, we go direct kwa speed.
But locomotives, those locomotives look funny, man.
Yeah. So
in today's times, they look funny. But Sakaja historically used this to campaign to win last time.
Okay.
And before he even ran, when he was still super senator, he went on how many canvassing trips or what are they called?
Hizo wanazitaga
benchmarking trips to he took pictures with the city planner for New York, trying to sensitize myself on city planning. So that when I bring light rail, bro, what's he on? Light rail. And right now it's coming up against what he can bamboozle guys again for. I think this government, what they're trying, and it seems to work in a way, because all human beings tend to be wishful. We're all wishful. You wanna, our company does it. The other day I posted a meme of, because we operate one kind of aircraft.
Yes.
One specific type. Fantastic aircraft. Where every pilot's dream is always to keep upgrading in terms of size of aircraft and technology.
Yenyu na kwa gani ile Embraer, I don't know.
It's a Dash 8 Q400, fantastic machine. But like I'm saying, every pilot wants to scale. So because we're one of the most qualified crew in the country, we can easily transfer our expertise elsewhere. So they know that. So every year management tries to dangle the carrot for, we're thinking about getting Airbuses. And then that'll keep guys...
So that you stick around.
Yeah, that'll keep guys for an extra year, extra to like, I've been here 5 years, why don't I just wait? If I bring Airbuses, I'll be first in line. It's the same tactic these guys are using for development. Maybe let's Singapore, Simbaya, Singapore, light rail, tram. Sakaja, I've seen you before, man.
Yeah.
Because when you just hit a pothole, Najambia, it's only a matter of time.
Singapore
is coming.
What do you think of the 5 trillion? 5 trillion. Have you got enough? You should get a financial guy here to do.
Because I just saw a video today. Yeah, what's his name? Jirongo Nyakera, and he was saying that we are being overcharged. like history even this Mauri Roni Road he was saying like it's double the price. And you see hiyo ndio shida ya Kenya, like cause utapata already the first people walifanya walikuwa tayari washai overquote, sindio? And then now these people have overquoted it again. So I remember seeing that. I think we can see that clip. It was just something.
Patton County ya Nairobi, Bwana Irungu Nyakera ambaye pia ni mwenyeji wa kiti cha ugavana 2027. Mheshimiwa, barabara ya Rironi Mau Summit, wewe ulikuwa PS wa roads wakati huo, swala hili lilikuwa kwenye desk yenu. What happened?
Hiyo project ilikuwa ile priority projects za former President Uhuru Kenyatta. Na hiyo ndio ilikuwa trip yake ya mwisho akiwa president, yenye alienda kule France akakutana na President Macron. Walikuwa na fund hiyo project kutoka kwa French government, wakapatia contractor wa France atatenda price ya 1.3, the cost ilikuwa 1.3 billion euros ama 190 billion shillings
za Kenya.
Venye hii serikali iliingia tu hivi wakacancel hiyo tenda. Wakacancel, I think walikuwa na mtu wao.
Na si deposit ilikuwa imesalipwa.
Kila kitu kilikuwa kimeshafanywa.
Na mtu wao ni China.
Wamechange to China.
I even know a bit about, I'll tell you off camera, about the kind of intricacies that attach that Chinese deal. I know someone who's positively affected from that, but obviously they'll cancel because the kind of money they stand to make from
but you know the messed up thing is China, because in Europe what watashindo, why do they cancel the EU contract? Because I think within EU law those people are not allowed to bribe. Najaivo, they're not allowed to bribe. So yes, go look for your business in Africa, but do not bribe. East inakwagani sisi wenyewe zero corruption, but if those fools want you to bribe them because it's coming from their pockets.
Yeah.
So China still makes it 190 billion. These fools make their extra 100 billion, and it comes at the price of affecting a country's economy for generations to come. You're already a fucking billionaire. How much is enough?
Not even a billionaire. These guys, we need to stop understating. These guys are not only, some of these guys are not just billionaires. They're not only just dollar billionaires. Now they are centennial billion, like they've crossed the $10 billion mark, bro. How much? Come on.
How much is enough? Alafu saa hiyo you could create a legacy like ingine, but wacha tusikie. So amesema it was supposed to cost 190 billion.
He's not, sorry, before you continue, he's not going for Kericho. I thought he was going for Nairobi.
See, he's going for Nairobi.
Oh, okay. Because that was exciting. I mean, he's
going for Nairobi.
I watched him here actually.
Yeah,
extremely sharp guy. Eh?
Yeah, one of the
really
best
good.
that
He looks like he enjoys his whiskey though.
Kuzata hapa na Kahuru.
Yeah, he has that kahawa. Last night I had a few doubles.
ni kauji.
So wacha tusikie how much now it's costing from 190 billion.
Walikuwa jaanza kujenga lakini already walikuwa wamesha sign contract ili waweze kucancel. Ilibidi walipe Vinci 7.3 billion shillings ili ya kucancel tu. Then from there hii yenye imesainiwa sasa it's costing 2.25 billion dollars ama 290 billion. Kwa hivyo imeongeza
which is 100
billion more.
So at some point we have to ask ourselves how sustainable is this? Like ikikuwa every deal that happens in this country someone has to benefit on a personal level.
But let me ask you guys, is the wealth that these guys are creating for themselves, is it existential wealth in terms of they needed to keep the power thing going, or what is it for?
I don't think
it's like a portion, like this 40% is just to keep my empire going, the rest is for me to enjoy. Because when are they enjoying it?
I think you need to also protect it. They feel like if we have this amount of money, eventually if someone else comes in and tries something, I can still be able to either bribe them or destabilize the country enough for them to just, you understand? So I feel like Neo, but it's very sad when you think about 100 billion and what that can do for Kenya. Because the number one, if you had to ask me, would I go with a French company or a Chinese company? I'll always choose Chinese, and the reason I'll choose Chinese is I can ask them, give me the future. how does the future look like? Nacheki, use this project to advertise China to the rest of Africa. Give me a wild road, give me barabara naingia nikiwa juu natoka nikiwa chini. So you know that shit they've done with Chongqing city of theirs. See, the reason with them is you see Japan was already developed, yes? So Japan has not stretched engineering to the levels that China is doing right now. Because China, it's like that excited kid who discovers that, you know what, I can actually be good at this. So I'm going to do the most ridiculous things ever. And that's what they're doing with their roads, with their infrastructure, with their public transport system. Like even solution here to your traffic. Musamagani, very simple. All I'll do is get one of those driverless buses za China, put it on the road. And niambia watu kigonga hii gari, fine ni 100,000 au 200,000. But people will behave. Kustakuona tu hiyo basi inakuja. Hiyo basi haijali ati wewe umeswitch lanes. So now you have to stick to your lane because that bus inakuja.
But just think about Nairobi and most middle-aged guys. We're middle-aged, eh?
Yeah.
We're middle-aged. Our biggest, some of our biggest aspirations are to own a home.
Yes.
Just generally lead a nice life, right?
Soft life.
Where Nairobi has reached its most, when will we be able to afford a house within Nairobi if you want to?
Itakuwa ngumu.
Very difficult. Imagine if these guys had like a railway network stretching from all the way, like from Nakuru all the way to like Jomo. You know, like you can live anywhere. At some point you just go to the station. I would never have to drive my car to the airport. Just drive my car to the bus, the train station, or take a nice bus to the train station, board the train. Within 30 minutes I'm at the airport. As in, those are not things that are so far-fetched. Even an idiot like me can kind of imagine it.
I think that's why kufikiria jua people who dropped the ball, Uhuru has to be there. Uhuru ni babi. Uhuru ni someone like he's seen all this stuff. Like your Ruto, we can say that he started seeing this stuff when he was older. Uhuru had seen this. For Uhuru to give us an overpriced railway, like the way alitupatia, because SGR pia, like usiasikiaganani Jimmy Wanjigi says SGR kunafa cost, was it 50 billion? And it ended up costing like 10 times more. You see? So Uhuru should have been the guy. Remember when people were saying Uhuru is corrupt kustahari kona pesa? He should have been the guy.
But may I blame as a guy who has been part of the dark arts. You cannot be a dark arts guy effectively. Even if I have the best intentions and I'm at the helm of power and decision making, but I'm a guy of Uji, I'll fumble. Guys around me will pilfer. Guys around me will find ways to circumnavigate me, and I won't have the energy and the productivity to stop it. This thing for Ruto, he's been bro, that guy's been richer longer than he was poor. He's like 60 now.
Yes. I'll turn 59.
That guy started touching money in Campo, bro.
Yeah, 20 something. Yes, so he's
he's been wealthy longer than he was poor.
Plus Ruto is also not a person of Uji.
And he's extremely exposed. So that argument kumtetea in that regard, no.
Zizi, nasema tu ile design, unajua Uhuru was a president before him, yes? So Uhuru could have done all these things. Uhuru should have been the president to say that, you know what, I love cars. We don't have cars where someone can drive a Ferrari kwa hizi barabara zetu. Unajua you can't. Like, you're going to kutasikia that kisa.
I even struggle with that sometimes.
Yes. Unacheki you
With your Ferrari.
like,
No, with my
kitu
my scooter.
Kitu fani na hiyo story yako ya scooter. Do you know that's a decision that someone makes in Kenya? Mtu juliza, hii gari, can I actually enjoy it in Nairobi? And then you're like, no, I can't enjoy it. So let me take something that's a little bit raised than. And it's messed up. You're supposed to have smooth roads.
And the kind of bumps you have in Nairobi also is bullshit.
Yeah.
Like we have bumps like nowhere else in the world, man. Where some of these bumps you see, bro. That day I dropped someone in Emba. Then I dropped someone else in Syokimau. Mind you, I've lived in Syokimau. But there was a road where I was like, nah, this is like a joke now. The bumps were, I was literally having to go parallel.
Then go back.
Hivyo.
Circumnavigating.
No, man.
Go
We
back.
unacheza kuna hizi nini I wonder how you maneuver hii ukikuja studio hivi there's that key main role and there's some bad potholes hapo. Do you ever find yourself on that side?
I have once, I think, at that day, it had rained, I think. Yeah. And
They are
it fills
ridiculous,
with
you know?
puddles, right? Yeah, I have.
Yeah, it's the half you're
And
there
you
like,
feel it, eh? When you hear that,
you
you
naijuaga
feel it, man. You're like,
because nani remind you saw when Nani was reviewing Kenya Kelis and Kelis was saying that she loves everything except the potholes. She's like they never repair the potholes and you're there thinking like how hard is it not to repair potholes? Kuna boy wangu fulani he's around right now and anaitwa Mr. K4. So Mr. K4 of course Kenyan based in New Jersey. There's one thing ile nakumbuka tulionaga naye. So there's this day tuko Jersey. It starts raining, si ndio? And tuko tumeenda pahali. So tukaishia hivi alafu tukarudi kwa Kejani, then around lunchtime I was like, "Hey, niaje, let me take you somewhere and we have lunch." Then tukienda I see these guys on the road with I don't know if it's the county uniform with what and they're sucking water from the road. Now come like kwani watu wanafanya hivi? Can you remember that every time it floods these guys have to show up every time it rains and they feel like there's a significant level of water, these guys have to show up and suck the water from the road to just make sure that everything goes back to normal. And I'm there that this is how you create jobs. And that water, most probably utapata it's wanaenda wanaipurify. Sindio?
I saw it in Dubai as well. I think I saw it.
Sisi, like, pothole iko hapo. Like,
Bring boats.
majuzi kuna a manhole. Like, I was walking with my daughter. Tuko tumeenda pahali for, like, breakfast. Tukirudi namwonyesha kimanhole kikubwa namwambia, like, namwonyesha, do you and your friends walk around here? Because I'm afraid, like, the kimanhole is big and it's full of water. Konene, so unacheki kiti nimekalia ni very comfortable and saizi kuna vile tume-upgrade studio, so ukikama hapa kwa studio utapata kuna vile kuna like different cupboards and the furniture just looks really good and that's courtesy of Best Furniture. Best Furniture wako located wapi? Wako located along the Eastern Bypass next to Hopkins Hospital. Alafu apart from kukumekia very good furniture, another thing that they do is you can pay on delivery. So unangoja nini? Majuzi nakunga nikisema that I've been getting busy lately, so ilibidi nibaki nime-upgrade kitanda. And all I can say is hiyo kitanda haujai kuja na soundtrack. Hutasumbua watu. So changamka jo. Best Furniture jo. Cheki ule studio ni ya nguvu Nacheki. And ukibaki ume-reach out to Best Furniture usisahau Iko Nini is the guarantee. Cheki gira yanaitwa Ian squeezy one. Haikai uncomfortable. Na ule nakaga iko comfortable mbaya. Best Furniture. Iko Nini.
Do you know Hurlingham? I know they've fixed it. You've seen that road. They fixed it from Arwings Kodek going up. They fixed it. But do you remember how it was just before they fixed it? Like they let it reach the very end. This is not a backstreet road. This is Arwings Kodek. It's like how many people use that road?
Yes.
But they let it get to like the most shit. And then I've seen another thing Nairobi County like to do. There are times they're trying to floss these street lights and sidewalks that they've done. But notice the camera angles. It was just like 3 shots they could take up on near Luthuli. Not Luthuli. Sabina, what's that place where guys?
Oh yeah, that's where I was.
There was like
Sabina Joy.
There was like four
These
pictures.
are my areas.
They used to say that Tomboy used to point at.
It's that way.
It's like this way.
They've done that na pia hapo Kencom. I was seeing like
But
they've lit the sidewalks, but it's only between Kencom and then I think IMAX where 20th century is.
And then they've capitalized pictures. But
There's only that stretch.
But do you think Sakaja stood a chance in terms of what he found once he entered?
Yes, I think kila mtu semaga that they are not powerful enough. But one of the things I always say about Nairobi is you are like Sakaja will come with the backing of the president. Have you had the counter argument to Ruto? Like why can't Ruto do anything that's good? Now Ruto can't do anything that's good because there was in quotes a deep state and the deep state are impendi. Why the deep state supported him in quotes, but they expected that he get into power, they can control him. but they can't, no one can control someone.
And
So there's been that argument, so ile yenyu ya plane, let me land. So the argument is, if he can't be controlled, and this is the reason why amekosana na kila mtu, that means that if Sakaja was to tell him, I need to do 1, 2, 3 things, and there's this cartel that has existed since 1963, he'd still be like, fuck that cartel, and they do whatever they want. So I always feel like we give these people excuses when they say they can't implement these things. They can implement. I don't think they have the goodwill ya kutaka kuimplement hizi vitu.
And Ruto is not controlled.
Yes, yeah.
You can tell someone who has a grip on things, yeah. You don't have to look at the contracts or anything. You can just tell this guy whatever is happening.
Yes,
he's the one
he's at the center.
He's at the center of whatever is happening, and I think, and all of this allegedly,
yes.
And I think also including Nairobi County. So what I'm asking is, the guy who the governor answers to, did he give him a chance to actually do something? Because remember, doing something in Nairobi County is campaigns for presidency. If imagine if a governor comes and just forgets Nairobi everything and just makes it this remarkable place, come on, everyone will be like, this guy can surely be president.
Yes,
but has reached a point, it's like, that's where if you had presidential aspirations, that's where you go for them to collapse.
Yeah, because you go there and you mess up Nairobi.
Because the calendar for manifesto is in Ruto's Mbwenya. So if you say you want to do this, and I thought to like...
What's Mbwenya? Jacket?
Yes,
coat.
Coat, yes. So if you say you want to do this, go like, no, this is not your time. This is Narok's time. Yeah, so wait for your turn. Where mambo yako nitakupa. And I think that's how politics is. Because now you want to do something, but there's somehow someone pulling you to actually nini.
But the narrative has shifted, I don't know whether it's fatigue from the people, or propaganda, or just a control of the negative rhetoric. Because Ruto must go. Where is that?
It's starting to fade.
It's starting to fade.
And it's starting to fade. Unajua,
That's
I
a
think the
factor.
fatigue, kuna fatigue pia, number one. Alafu he's a politician. I remember kuna time moja when I started analyzing these stories of politics back in the days, I was telling people, the minute we make this thing tribal, Ruto comes back. And that's what has happened, either by design ama by nili tumeanza kuwa tribal. We've been taking it to the tribal side. And him, how he's been able to do it, you can look at his speeches. Like I was analyzing him majuzi, and I say, this speech is very intentional. When he says, kwanzia mwaka ujao, watu wa Western, hamtaiona barabara ikiwa hivi. Wasi upendaka kwenda Ocha, Wajaka na Waluya. If you can actually guarantee them that wataenda Ocha, bila ile jam, you're getting votes from them.
They can vote.
You see, so he's able to play. So it's like, if you want to mess with Ruto, don't bring tribalism. The minute you make a tribe, you make him win. Why? Because akina Uhuru pia, they blundered with, remember Tamajuzi when Uhuru was given a chance to bring cabinet secretaries and he just did the whole central thing. That's wrong. That's where Ruto now beats you. Because him is figured out like, damn, I can't rely on the mountain alone. So let me just get every small nini from everywhere and have this national outlook. And then go out there and say, look at Gachagua, he's tribal. Look at me. Alafu Gachagua pia makes mistakes every time he talks. Nakaa ile time akisema, hapa Nairobi, tutapata 75 out of 85. Watu wako like, wewe.
That's suspect.
Wewe. You see, so when he does that, Ruto wins points. So that's what's been happening. He's been winning kidogo. And because akiweza could do that road huko.
But don't you find it sad? And I talked to a lot of people. I had a very interesting argument with a friend the other day who so happens to be of that tribe of the president. And the argument, what I realized quickly is, it doesn't matter what we discuss. And the bedrock of their opinion is tribal.
Yes.
So much so that at some point they said, Ata wewe Kalonzo. I mean, like, I don't give a fuck about Kalonzo. To me, his track record is garbage.
Yes.
I don't care if he's a Kamba or a Kyuko. To me, his track record is garbage. For someone who's been in power or at the seat of power for that long, I feel like he could have done more. And he plays this good guy thing that's just political, in my opinion. So tribe to me, I find is still so at the
Ingrained,
center of people's brains that they cannot see that we need to move away from our guy mentality. Our guy doesn't mean he's gonna do shit for you.
vile umeponga juu ya tribe mekumbuka majuzi like, and I was joking with him. So I was with Ian and a comedian called Maina Murumba, and when we were doing the show I was like, damn, wacha nilete watu wa mlima juu. I did a video where someone questioned where if that girl could hold the tree for 72 hours. You remember Tufena?
Yes.
When I hear that, personally I look at it strictly from a scientific point of view. So I remember nikigoogle ikakuwa like the amount of lactic acid buildup would be crazy. Like you can't stand for that amount of time because the lactic acid buildup would be, you know, like ukienda kwa so that was number 1. Number 2 ilikuwa what else, your urine. If you stayed for 3 days without urinating, most probably you can mess up your kidneys. Yes. So looked at all these things and did a show around it. I was like, hey, there's this guy who's done this and that, and there were more than 3 statements ile zilikuwa like unachukia mlima, hakuna kitu mtu wa mlima anaweza fanya. They're like, what the fuck?
Oh, she was
I've done everything based on science. I was not even looking at her tribe. Ilikuwa like someone else started this conversation and I was like, afu uta notice even till by the time
so she didn't hug the tree first and foremost.
See, she hugged the tree.
No, for 72 hours.
But 72 hours, that's where science and her disagree. Because science is saying it's an impossibility. Yanasema alifanya. Nachiki. There are people who are saying they could watch her from their window, which maybe it's possible.
Aye, but impossible. 72, let's
72 hours without sleep. Without sleep and without
flinching.
whatever. Yes. So
Without bathroom breaks.
alafu pia without bathroom breaks, without a diaper, without, when you look at all these factors, because a lot of people pia assume that the only time we secrete stuff ni when we take in something like usipokunywa maji utakojoa buda.
Yeah, that's true.
Utakojoa. The color of the mkojo will be different, but it's going to come out. Our body is always inasemekanaga we have what percentage water. Najua we have a lot of water.
60, 65, 70.
So 65 to 70.
So there's always some water to push out. So villain bring up that, and then I remember like I joked about it baadaye na kina Ian, but then baadaye na kachini like, this is sad, the fact that we will never even have a discussion that's non-political and not bring up tribe, like even a non-political
How has that stayed in the psyche of people? I wonder, like,
I don't know. It's but it has to change, and I always say like it's going to change with a leader that shows up and is there, like it's strictly merit. Haijalishi nini. I don't think unajua there's this mentality there's always been, and tulicheki na I'd still go back to Uhuru because Kibaki at the beginning alijaribu, then he messed himself up. Yes. But this thing of just because you've voted for me, I need to get, just because this tribe has majorly voted for me, I need to get people from that same tribe for the cabinet. I don't think the average Kenyan cares. If you are to be like, yes, nyindo mlinivotia, but I'm going to get the most competent amongst you in this country. I don't care the tribe. We'd go very far because optics matter. You know that? But as long as imekuwa ni hivo, unaga time Gachagua kibonga juu ya shareholders, what it does is it brings this very competitive whatever that we have attitude. Shai notisigio the attitude inakuwaga sisi tukiingia power, sisi uko wewe na nani, like some random guy on the streets atakwambia sisi tukiingia power uko wewe na nani. Understand? Because that's an individual. Ruto is an individual. William Samoei Ruto is an individual. But before he's Kalenjin, he is William Samoei.
But the divide and rule it's strong, man. We've been divided and we're being ruled among many lines, man.
Yeah.
Class, tribe. It's so unfortunate, and the powers are just there watching, getting richer.
But they've managed to make it like this their game, and they're the ones controlling the rules. Because
but we feed into
it. Wakiingia, it's like it's our people. It's my person versus mtu mwingine. And I was even comparing the Western elections. You'd hardly notice if there's campaign in Netherlands, campaign in France, campaigns US yes kuna kuanga na hizo nini hawks na nini, but when they unakumbukanga tu haya this guy started even posting their votes by mail kitambo. So for them it's not the politicians deciding, it's the people decide. And even how the media portrays campaigns za Kenya ni kinyang'anyiro.
And then also
Kivumbi.
Another game they've mastered is the players are the same, including the bench. Ruto, Uhuru, Baba just left us, Kalonzo, Masakarua, Mudavadi. I mean, these are the same guys we've seen all our lives. Anyone knew whatever can be said about a guy like Morara. But I understand his rhetoric now. He's like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, I understand.
I feel him at the core. It's like, you motherfuckers think...
You don't want change.
I actually tried to change shit for you. You turned on me.
We want thugs.
Me, I'm a rich guy. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
I get it.
You more understand.
Because look at it like this. It's as we've been brainwashed to know like campaigns are for the ones
we have money.
For the one who has muscle, for the one who has street muscle. Because we've been doctrined for the idea that a politician is someone who can, be able to influence or force his way to the parliament.
Yes.
So that's why you go for goons.
And we don't
even... Because if I'm going against you and maybe you had served time, and I've never served time, I have a clean record.
When
so
you're
like, man, we can't post Ian, Ian can be able to deal with what? It's just... implementing policies.
And plus, if everyone votes,
it's just your signature.
Let's say Okia, who's weirdly quiet right now. I'm sure maybe it's tactic. But let's say everyone just voted for him.
You'd win.
They cannot rig him out, Bana.
They can't.
Like they can't. And you cannot tell me the powers that be won't be forced to hand over.
They'll hand over.
They'll hand over. But let me ask you, how it's starting to look more and more like this guy can come back. And I'm not saying that, please don't buy into that rhetoric if you're watching. But somehow it's entering our psyche.
Unataka Gaitho atakuwa, they've been paid, even that Eric guy.
No.
Eric guy has been paid.
I'm actually warning the people because I'm seeing how it's infiltrating our psyche that this guy should come back or can come back.
Yes.
We're being dangled with Singapore. Bro, Singapore, come on, guys. If Singapore has not happened now, it won't happen. It won't happen. And not voting this guy doesn't mean you vote Kalonzo either. Let's make the right choices, guys. Let's make the right choices, man. And why is there no more clamor for the ballot? How are you run, bana?
But Kenyans don't want change.
Because they wouldn't want.
Ukiniambia like ukweli. Number one, Kenyans don't want change. Number two, I think it's either Socrates or Plato. One of them said that all votes should not be equal. And I believe that. History votes being equal. Of course, there's nothing we can do about it. But all votes should not be equal. And that's the reason even why America had the electoral college.
But see, that's
the way they're supposed to use it, they never use it the way they were supposed to use it.
That's a very... And in many cases... you can agree that it's a very capitalistic outlook because it benefits those with the capital for people to not have an equal say.
Yes. Because angalia hivi,
you don't want it to be fair if you're the one
the average like we're trying to imagine that goon who's paid 200 shillings has the same voting power as me and you in Nairobi. You understand? That goon does not care who is at the helm as long as amepata 200 shillings yake na haonagi even the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is a better Nairobi is better for all of us.
Is that a poverty thing
benefit
where you can't see
at some point it's stupidity. It's not even about poverty
because you can still take the Roabe.
Yes,
even me,
right
I can take the money by the way.
And do the right thing.
Sudi.
I can take 200 million.
Sudi, I can take the
and
money.
vote you out.
But it doesn't mean I won't vote
Sudi.
Yes.
Huh? I know I always imagine Sudi's up within those circles, Or rather, is it Itumi? I can take the money. I can do your bidding, but I still will vote.
umekuja kupitch kwa podcast. Utafanya tuingie kwa shida. I always laugh because I see I'll wake up and I hear some of the most ridiculous things and I'd want kusikia take yako on this. Majuzi kuna vile what's his name, Gaitho was saying that he's going to make so much noise about the death of Jirongo that the US will sanction Kenya. And I remember when I heard that, I just started laughing. Like, this guy, in his world, the US cares about Jirongo. So am I the one who's crazy? Like, let's say right now,
where is Guy though? Let's start. Where is he?
kuna watu wanasema iko Cameroon, watu wengine wanasema iko Kenya, but I think he's somewhere because alikuwa anasema there's something where he implied that haiko around. But I remember looking at him and thinking like, this is someone I used to take as, in quotes, an intellectual. For him to think that even if there is video evidence of Jirongo kudedishwa, there's nothing that the Kenya government would do. Let's not even go far. Saudi Arabia, Jamal Khashoggi. These people know very well that Jamal, but US interests, the Saudi Arabia, are much bigger.
You should stay away from that one because you'll be traveling. Those guys are very strict rules about
Saudi
entering their country. If you've ever said,
I mean, Miss in the Saudi.
Oh, you didn't go?
Shit.
I was there.
My favorite.
Ati what's in Saudi, bro? Right now,
Cardi B and Anthony
bro,
Joshua.
it's a bag. You get what I'm talking
Yeah, that's yours, yeah. Like if the only place is a potato bag in Saudi, I take that.
about Africa, we've been watching your content. We think you can bring a lot of value. Come and sensitize them about Africa. We have
The same way.
$75,000 per day.
I'd say no.
What even Khashoggi was, that's too far. We had RSF happen in Sudan. What did the US do? That was ilikuwa level ya ethnic cleansing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
The videos were there for TikTok.
Even satellite image.
He even knew the guy, the general, Iko Nini, commanding all those troops.
But I like what Trump. I had a family discussion the other day. We were discussing politics globally, and I was saying how I like how we appreciate how Trump, hate him or love him, has cut the bullshit. Where that guy is doing business on the world stage. He's removed the pretense around politics, where politicians used to try and give a narrative that it's pro people, not business behind the scenes.
Yes.
Well, most politics is run, especially in capitalistic countries, through interests and negotiation of interests. If you look at all these peace deals he's signing, even the ones that don't end up holding water, if I were to read those peace deals, it's interests that are being bargained.
Yes, ulisikia kiongea juu ya Rwanda.
It's not that he tell Ian's guys to put their arms down because they need to be peaceful and let everyone just get along. It's more about tell Ian that consignment or that specific area of mines won't be touched with.
Yeah.
Let's agree that you keep that one, you keep that. It's all business, man. And I think now it's becoming more open.
Ulisikia kibonga juu ya Congo. They told me, come take our minerals. Come take... Hakusema hivyo. But he's like
no, but he did.
Look at him.
Tshisekedi, now when the pressure was getting really hot, hey bro, he was like, America, come we talk. Come we talk is come we you break you off, protect me, Bazi. I'm struggling here, man. I'm under attack from all sides. Come, we break you off something here. You guys just protect my interest.
Kitu funny ni, if I had such a deal, I always picture it in my head. If I had such a deal, I'd look to the east. US would be angry at me, but I'd actually sit down with the Chinese and I'd be like, help me turn this country into a first world country, and I give you a percentage easy minerals there because we are not using them. Why the Chinese right now have a military that can handle Congo, can handle Rwanda so easily. You understand? Like the Chinese, so like China is one of the few countries that the US can't just wake up and attack. Kuna best yangu uhate kabisa nikisema hivyo. But China is actually one of the few countries in the world ile US haizi amka. Because China saizi wako na weapons zile, hata US haijui wako na weapons gani. The same way US iko na weapons zile, China hajui. You understand? Those two right now are same level. Like it's, of course the US spend a big chunk of their budget on military. So that's the reason why the US now is in a baki nyuma, because they spend so much on defense. So might they be having superior weapons? Maybe, but China somehow can protect themselves. If the US struggle vile struggle na Iraq na kina Afghanistan against China, it would be a problem.
But America is still powerful in that. The same way, we had an amazing episode with Moaf. Go check it out on every other time with Eric Moafrika. Talks about some of his plights with the platforms he's experienced.
Yes.
And in the same vein, you see Kagame being cut to size all around, because Kagame, on a smaller level, has started talking the way Gaddafi was talking. Without the level of resources Gaddafi had. Libya had some of the biggest oil reserves. He could let his nuts hang to some level.
Yes.
He let them hang too far, they cut them off. You know, they killed him. But now the times Kagame on the world stage has said some rhetoric that the West will never allow Africans to. We're telling you off, and then you're telling us back off publicly. You know, in their minds are like, who the fuck does this guy think he is? So they'll keep pushing back. Right now, as we speak, Kagame has banned his cabinet from traveling, and for obvious reasons. Because if a foreign entity wants to topple you, they look for someone to replace you. Yeah, so he's paranoid. But all of that stems from the rhetoric that he's been. You've seen him telling off journalists.
Yes.
When they tell him about what do you call this, human rights. That guy's like, how can the West tell us about human rights? What? It's the correct rhetoric, but bro, they won't let you.
It's dangerous waters. But yeah, wacha ni interrupt show kukuremind kuwa LemFi inakupatia a chance to win a flight to East Africa, and all you have to do ni send money home na pia refer a friend. Alafu kisha refer a friend, una stand chance ya kuwin a $2,000 flight voucher. Na usisahau jo, ukifanya history yote, promo code ni IKONINI. Usisahau pia, like on your first $50 transaction, unabaki umegeta sign up reward ya $20. So, damn, cheki jo hiyo. Na in the process, una support IKONINI. So usisahau kutumia promo code IKONINI. Na cheki. So, hiyo unataka hiyo nini, like a $2,000 flight voucher. Very simple, vile nimesema. Tumia promo code IKONINI, alafu send at least $50, si ndio? Utapata bado hiyo $20 sign up reward, alafu utajipatia chance ya kushinda hiyo. Na usahau jo, ni festive season. Hii compare kuna shindo inaendelea mpaka lini? Inaendelea between 8th December to January 8th, 2026. So baki umechangamka. Yeah, haraka jo. Sindio? Wacha so turudi kwa show. But nini, tukitoka kwa hizi story tumebonga kiasi. Before you traveled to Cape Town, you're telling me that you're going through a lot of personal shit. And I remember ukiniambia that nikirudi, maybe I might be ready to talk about it. So are you ready to talk about it? Are you in a better space mentally? Like, what was this struggle that you're gonna go?
To put it simply, you know, I've shared my story publicly. I mean, I've struggled with addiction, booze, sana. So I had a brief moment where I took a peek behind the curtain. Anyone with a calculator can do that math, what that math means.
Yes.
And of course, for that short period of time, my life took a hit. You know, I almost I risked a lot of things at that moment. So now for me, what I've been trying to do, first of all, I also realize I've grown a lot. Sana. Since the older version of me, in the 4.5 years I was able to maintain, I've developed quite an arsenal of tools to actually fight the battle, even after having a challenge. So I was able to bounce back pretty fast. Of course, I had a lot of friends also who helped me. Or rather, a few friends, mainly my wife also. But so now I've been trying to tackle the issue. I know off camera we're talking about therapy.
Yes.
And I always say, if you can afford therapy, treat yourself, because it's as good as, you know, a lot of people go through life without ever taking supplements. Yet supplements are good for you.
Yes.
If you can afford them, take them, you know. So now I've been trying to get to the crux of where that problem started, because I was fine. Why did I feel the need to take a peek behind the curtain? And what came out was this glaring thing around how I manage my rest and fatigue. I always say it's understated. You know, people only see me on the camera, either on my show, your show, the trio, Sajid. But behind the scenes, you guys, I have a serious, very demanding job. where even people who are at my job who don't do anything on the side struggle with fatigue. So me, I'm doing that and this and just other aspirations. So sometimes I don't get enough rest. And having a rest deficit or a fatigue looming, the first place the brain of an addict goes is release. And then how do I know, how does my brain remember how to release? It's pint, it's alcohol. So that searching for that reprieve started in my moments of being tired. And then I let it build, and then I let it build, culminating, of course, in me taking a peek behind the curtain. But I mean, happy to report that I'm back. I had a very sober trip. By the time I went to Cape Town, I had put a lid on it. Also, the stakes right now in my life are so high.
Yes.
I understand that in a fundamental way. Like, I have a wonderful wife. I have my career. I have all these dreams and aspirations. When I actually just sat with myself and I was like, wait a minute, you can't throw this all away, Bana.
Yeah.
You can't risk all of this and start again. Nah. So I was able to catch, but self-care is what I'm trying to emphasize. Self-care, rest. Listen to your signals in terms of, why am I thinking that I'm thinking? Why am I thinking that I'm thinking? Why is now alcohol back in the atmosphere of my thoughts? Question it. Don't just exist.
Yes.
Challenge those moments, yeah? So, I mean, I would not have it. I was reflecting today on the 3 episodes I do with Sajid and Farid. My best year still, ever. Despite the crazy challenge, my best year, made the most money, lost the most money, learned the most lessons. And those moments of kuteleza are the best for self-reflection, man. If you learn the lesson within it and you actually sit with yourself and be true to yourself in the mirror and be like, okay, this is what happened, this is what you can learn, so that next time you don't trip up. There's nothing better than that. And life is not this linear thing.
Yes.
It's quite
This is a zigzag.
Yeah. But I'm way better for it. I'm way better for that. What was packaged in my life as, man, you fucked up, for me has come out and shown me parts of me that are not yet explored.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because I won't lie to you. Like, I was worried when you told me that, because hiyo ni kitu watu wanafaa kujua. It's like Eric himself who told me, like, you know what, I had this small whatever. So ukiniambia nilikuwa nimeshtuka, because this is a damn, because I've seen addiction now from my family side, yes, and it's always a disaster. So it's good, yako, like, you snapped out of it so fast.
And shout out my loved ones, my wife especially. Yeah, man. She was there through it, and with grace.
Yes.
And sometimes you also just need to be reminded who you are, because in those moments when you wake up like, I fucked up, you start forgetting all the positives you've done, even to yourself. You forget.
Yeah, because I think nini vile tu mesema 2025 has been a good year podcasting, sindio? Because pia EOTWE, I think right now EOTWE is a household name. Like, ukiambia gatu to EOTWE, people know.
I think I started the year off at like 7,000, 8,000. I finished at least 33,000.
Shit, that's dope.
I've had my biggest interviews so far, of course. It's been a good year, but my career has maintained. I've become a better pilot. Every time I go for a sim check, I've improved and improve after. So I'm happy with it, man. I have learned, most importantly, as I'll tell people, and not just within the scope of addiction. The good thing about therapy is you look into corners of yourself, either you've suppressed or you've just never gone. Yeah, I'd suggest you don't have to be going through a crisis to do therapy.
Yes,
it's just self-improvement. You just come out of it a better person. Yeah.
Awogopi nezaenda hapo, saa zingine nafanya iko nini, nataka tu kunyonga ni. Tell us.
Sasa ukisikia kunyonga, kwa hiyo, no joking, but and therapy is not
I understand.
Like, what would therapy for Ian be like now? Because for us, I would say, for us, we think like we don't have a vice or something. Sindio?
But how I put it, just to answer simply,
like building a self-defense.
Not even offense, because sometimes you're shown things about you you've never acknowledged until
Yes.
you're shown. Like you'll be asked about your life. So what do you struggle with? And then you'll be shown things about yourself. Bro, there's so much panel beating everybody needs. Yeah. We go through life as for the most part, we go through life as lesser versions of what we can be.
Yes.
And a lot of the times it's because we don't know or we're not acknowledging. Yeah. Like when you went to gym for the first time this year, that's something you explored this year, right? Couldn't you feel like this is a whole other world you had never explored? And you felt some of the benefits of, wow, I'd never even tried.
Sijamaliza mwaka vizuri.
No, it's okay. But at least now already you have the idea of how your physique can be better and what it takes. The same applies even mentally. Yeah.
Because next year I want to be more disciplined because vile nimemaliza hii mwaka, I think it was last week, I needed to do a few things. Najua, I don't know if I should give this story, but I don't know if you've ever had this story that I had a fake driving license for a very long time.
Yeah, you told me.
So yeah, last week nakonenda driving
But at least
test.
on record, at least it was because you didn't know.
Yes.
Also. That
So
was
last
fake.
week is when I was going for the driving test. So you see now, so with that in mind, I was supposed to be at that place by what time? Be there by 8 a.m. Nakuwa nikikwambia. Halafu ndio nikaambia buda unafaa kuwa 8 a.m. Fika hapo by 6:30. Otherwise utashangaa. Nilifika 6:30, I saw a line.
It was bad.
Line ni refu. And then of course hapo kusinikienda place ka hiyo mpenda kuwa chini ya maji. I don't want anyone to know who the
Can you
F I
still
am.
be chini ya maji?
Yes, naweza kuwa chini ya maji. Najua kakunini.
Navaa mavi ni.
Just wear a hoodie, look down, don't look people in the eye, don't be weird. So did that whole shit and so now this is what happens. So Monday night I go to the gym, sindio? And me and I got weird time, so sinarudi Tuesday asubuhi. But then Tuesday night, I don't know what happened. I was tired. I was like, sasiwezi enda, and the Tuesday night is the one that goes to Wednesday night. Then now Wednesday night cause Thursday naenda whatever driving test, now I can't go to the nini. So nikaenda, but yeah, was finally right now niko kwa barabara legally. The government knows
How was
that
the test itself?
was not bad.
You told me that was a written.
Yes, there's a written. The written one is simple.
So they administered hundreds of guys, thousands, hundreds?
Like you school, we are 600 people.
And so you sit down, ama you?
Yes, you sit 600 people.
Like the
I
first
think
time
mnaekwa
we
like
written.
200. Yes, mnazana written.
Guys fail.
I don't know if people failed written. What people failed is practical. Like practical, I had to do it 2 times for me kupenya, because I was now doing with a manual.
Oh, okay.
And the first time is
Balancing
it was
maneno.
like you're balancing nini, and the person was a little bit harsh. So whatever, had to
But that because sababu kuna show inaitwa IKONINI.
I had to literally beg. Sinikwambia niko chini ya maji, so sitaki mtu ajue. Hapo nikienda naenda ka unyango uma. Sitaki I don't want anyone to nini. So eventually did it. Nikangoja results. Nikaona hiyo
When you say you beg, did you beg ama did you beg?
Got the nini. See, I literally just begged. I was like, I can't drive.
He was
I can't
nervous.
drive.
He called me. And
Oh.
I had to sing him success. Success. I wish you.
But
Sasa niko barabara legal.
you're a officers. You're a guy who really respects science. Just to double back to the therapy question. People have taken hundreds of years to study human behavior.
Yes.
And over time they've tested it against theories and theories. So what therapy comes from a scientific
Yes, I know.
attack. Yeah, like you tackle things scientifically because human behavior has been there since the beginning of humanity. So
Yes.
I'm even tempted to pay for you 1 therapy session.
Me.
Yeah. Just,
No, I'm game.
yeah, just to see it for yourself and try and understand. And it only works if you're open, because the same way
Don't be tempted. Just do it.
the same way when you go to see
Nike.
Just
Yeah.
do it.
the
Like
same,
Nike.
the same way when you go to see a doctor, if your knee hurts and you tell him it's your stomach, he'll treat your stomach.
Yes.
So the same applies. If you go there and you're traumatized, maybe the loss of a parent or something, and then you start talking about how you have a self. Like if you lie, if you're not forthcoming, you'll also be misdiagnosed or you'll be
So just go there
misguided.
and spill everything.
Be open.
Some akona confidentiality.
Not some. It's like a
Suppose
doctor.
confidentiality should be there.
It's not that some have. The only time they can snitch on you is like, maze kesho nataku uamwafu maze. Kesho asubuhi. I just came here for therapy before I kill him tomorrow. Yeah, that one obviously they
Within law. Within law they should report.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so imekuwaje? But have you ever like broken down? Because that's the one thing we were afraid of. Like as an African man, I'm sure I have all this pent up anger, and I have all this shit that I've not dealt with, but I don't even know that I've not dealt with. And they always say that when you reach that, the emotion can overwhelm you. Alafu unajipata pale uko,
I've never broken down. I felt sad. I felt heavy, but not to the point of tears. I've not had to hold back tears. No, but I've definitely left there. Because when I'm driving home after, I'm like, wow, you're really thinking about... Because denial, man, we lie to ourselves.
Yeah, I know.
We delude ourselves every day, all the time. You're always living in there's a level of delusion in terms of your existence. So when you start being forced to keep it all the way real with yourself, yeah, you're driving home, sometimes you feel like, hey, maze, I'm full of shit, man. Like, I'm full of shit. And stop being full of shit to this extent, yeah.
because hiyo ni interesting. Hiyo vile uko nasema sana mikuwa na expect uko emotional every other time. Alafu do you know the funny thing, hiyo kwa kijaka means something.
Or something home.
Kwa nyumba.
It's funny how
niko nini
Edala,
emotional every other time. That makes
But
sense.
I've had a shrink before, but it wasn't about, they thought there was something that was wrong with me psychologically, because mainly bed went up to uko
last year
2 till maandamano. So it was a concern for now having such a condition in a boys' school. It really even messed my grades, because now you're in class, you don't know how you're going to sleep, nanini, all that. So
what did they find was at the core of that?
No, they were trying to treat what I think they should have treated me, making my environment better and making my condition not that conspicuous. Ama kitu itaweza kuni affect baadaye. So they were trying to treat it, but they could have just allowed the school to create a better understanding or protect me.
Like your own dome.
Yeah, so they were trying... I needed my own dorm, my own cubicle,
but question,
and a washing machine.
But at the root of that, it's probably some childhood trauma that you don't know. 100%.
That's some shit that is psyche, man.
Yeah, for bedwetters, it's childhood trauma, bro. Yeah. I don't know if you went to the bottom of it, but definitely something happened in your childhood that's traumatized you.
Maybe it's poverty.
So Ian, so Ian alikuwa na go through his struggles of bedwetter. Some of us na go through our struggles of pussy wetter.
and even I know guys like to say people also use poverty as a shield from growth, where you find people are stuck in a mentality. And that time maybe, like, I remember my bro was telling me how he was with, funny enough, Sudi. And Sudi was telling me, unajua nini watoto watajiri. Sudi right now is one of the richest guys. But it's like it's not clicked in his head
that he's rich.
Yeah, and that's a thing of poverty. It's not clicked that he's overcome. And you're not poor
in a childhood trauma.
Yeah, like
So what made because iliisha, I don't know what made it stop.
I don't know, you tell us.
Maybe
you healed.
Focusing on the trauma.
Maybe you healed.
Yeah. Okay.
So vile unasema hivyo, it's like you feel like struggle yako pia ina come from something in your childhood.
For me, there's many factors. I've always said there's a genetic predisposition. It's my family.
Okay.
There's that. But also, I mean, I started coping with booze young at a very core time in my life where my brain was developing. 15, like you're transitioning from child to young adult, very formative time. So it becomes a default because that chemical feeling of being high is stored as an emotional thing. So your brain remembers, the same way your brain remembers good food, something that gave you pleasure, sex. That's why we go back to sex, because you remember busting a nut and how good it feels. The same thing for having reprieve from my struggles at 15. When my brain starts feeling like it's stressed, subconsciously starts remembering the thing that used to
Make you
feel better.
get the edge off.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long was the, like the latest therapy? How many sessions?
Yesterday I was there. It's an hour at a time.
Oh, it's still ongoing.
Yeah.
You do
okay.
once a week, eh?
Yeah, once a week.
How expensive is it?
It's not that expensive.
Okay. Because I think that's
You
another thing.
you guys can definitely afford it.
yeah, because ile kitu tunaogopa ni tuende
there
therapy,
like a
then we
company
need now
package?
therapy.
They do for nile mnapelekwa like
Now, okay, I'd say this. Just make sure you find a good therapist, because Kenya is still Kenya at the end of the day. There's
Quacks.
not quacks, but there's capitalist therapists. So the guys who like deal with large institutions. But it's just a machine. Provided you have insurance. Moment you swipe that card, billable hours. You slept? You eating well? How you feeling today? Any suicidal thoughts? Okay. Check 5K. There's guys who do it like that.
Because talking of suicidal thoughts, sikuwa na plan kuuliza hii swali, but did you see the story of the CEO on when was it on Tuesday?
Which CEO?
There's a CEO
Com
ilikuwa
21
alikufa.
He unalived himself.
Yes, alafu inasemekana people are saying that he had all these contracts, eh? So people are saying that there is no way he could have unalived himself.
Where
and he
which
had all these
country?
contracts. Hapa Kenya too. So I get a lot of my news from Gaido. So apparently alikuwa nafuata Gaido. He used to follow Gaido. So Gaido, someone was asking Gaido, like, in your world no one dies of natural causes, everyone has to be killed, eh? So yeah, ilikuwa hivi. So this is the guy. So nacheki had been reported by Nyakundi. Ilikuwa ni COM21 CEO Mwaura Gathua has died by suicide after falling from the 14th floor of Alba. So it's this guy. And so these are the companies he used to have contracts with: ICT, Aga Khan, Communications Authority. So he was very successful.
What do his family say?
So family yake sijui, but what is being said about him is he was alone, and even akinini the door was locked from the inside, and akaji understand. Yeah, so of course kuna umse wetu actually I got damn just learned that Mwangi Gathua, one of the founders of COM21, has died after falling from the 14th floor. Initial reports label it as suicide, but in this climate of assassinations, trusting official narratives feels impossible, sindio? Then akamwambia rest in peace brother, blah blah blah. So alibonga juu yake, kabonga juu ya budake ilikuwa a prominent Kenya Golf Union official and aggressive entrepreneur who ran the KBL distributorships. Biabora in Ngara died in 2005 in a road accident on Kiambu Road, literally 20 years ago. So boy ikakuwa hapo. So nikakuwa umwiti Mwondi, I think he talked about alikuwa ameandika kitu kama what mental illness will finish us. Wadau, doctors, CEOs, teachers, people from all walks of life are living themselves. Then Gaido, when Mwiti Mwondi suddenly amplifies the mental illness narrative around the death of a wealthy, upwardly mobile, middle-aged businessman like Mwaura Gathua, CEO of COM21, whose high-profile clients list reportedly includes heavyweights like State House, CBK, and the AG, foul play is being covered up. So, what do you think? Like,
Poor guy, man. I thank heavens I've never reached a point where I've been suicidal. I thank heavens, man, because
yes,
when you study suicide and what happens to someone's mind, they can't tolerate life anymore, literally.
yeah. It's
Like
like an
life
ache.
Yeah, life becomes unbearable. I can't imagine the kind of torment that that would go, like, that would take. I always say when at my worst circumstances, like even when I was in there, that still was not an option. Like life is still, I always felt was still worth living. So I empathize if the case is that he actually
unalived himself.
Yeah, man, it's
sad.
I've also been in environments. I've talked to people who have been suicidal because, of course, in rehab you meet all kinds of guys. Bro, it's not. You wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Yeah, to wake up every year, but it was sad, man. But these things, like lately, kumekuwa na so many accidents come to these high-rise apartments that it's pushed my fear of heights to a next level, man. Like all these stories, every time nasikia hapa, unajua nimekuwa mob. Like I think in the past 3 months,
the kids.
Yes, 11th floor.
Like a boy who fell. I remember he was sliding on the rail. It was on TikTok. He fell.
Kuna huyo. Alafu kuna apart from that kuna wale the ones who checked in, lover, girlfriend and the boyfriend.
The guy who fell on a vehicle.
On a vehicle. So there's been a lot. Those are my high-rise apartments.
Yeah, I can never.
Even if you date back to Jeff Mweth.
Oh yeah, the guard for the girls. That's in Kile. Was it Kile? That fell on the car. Yes, I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, machiki. So there've been so many yani. Paka mi naona tu hizi
so sahi
apartments taki kuwa huko juu
but and also
high rise
and drunkenness, bro. I almost felt I was on 23rd floor in Malaysia. I remember finding a forehead print on one of the windows in the morning. Of course, I was on such a crazy bend at that time. But I could have easily fallen out those windows, man. Like, drunkenness and heights, people need to know. Balconies and your guys are turning up really extreme. Achana nayo, bro.
I think nilibonga you story when I had those university students hapa. I remember telling them that. I was telling them you can't be kwa hizo mafloor there getting high like that. Remember like even the tragic story of the girl who tried to jump from this building to the other building.
Man.
And she was a little bit najua alikuwa amekunywa ka kitu kidogo, and that's a decision that even when you're sober I would never jump from this building to the next building because no shit happens.
I've done stupid shit like that drunk. In fact, when that story came out, we were talking to my wife how, because we once lived in the same building before we were dating way many years ago, and for some reason our balconies could open from outside, but from there was like a space. If you're coming in from like one of the walkways, you'd have to go to like the ledge and then hop onto your balcony and then enter. And drunk, we used to do that shit all the time.
Slogan?
I lived on 5th.
Oof.
I know you're drunk, you're not even thinking, yeah. But now in hindsight, like, bro, one misstep and...
Yes. And your life is
gone
forever. Unaweza survive, like you survive now without spinal cord. Like spinal cord yako iko all messed up, you know. So when you think about all those things, it's scary. Yeah. So kulikuwa na hiyo story ya CEO. But the last thing enda kuuliza, do you think tumefika hiyo level where someone can't just die? I feel like right now anyone
everything.
dies.
I think society just generally has a trust deficit because of now the age of information. We've realized we've been duped on so many things across the board, from the big things to the small things, including, bro, simple things like the breakfast we eat conventionally turns out it's not good for us.
Yes.
Turns out it was just a consumerist thing. You know, like, so as information is coming out, everyone's like, if a whole generation can be finessed because of information being hoarded, now everyone is questioning everything. Now bring it closer to home. No one trusts the powers that be. Whether it's governance, business, people feel like people are willing to do anything for riches and to advance their own agenda. So we're definitely living in a trust deficit society. I don't blame people for questioning. It's plausible we didn't go to the moon. Something as big as that could have been a hoax that was permeated for the whole of humanity. Like the disease from 5 years ago, the intricacies about it, a lot of it were lies. Not that it wasn't there. I'm not a denier, no, but people used it for their benefit. So you cannot now...
Minnesota actually sema,
you can't blame society for just everything that happens. Apana. Hapana, yeah, that one hapana. I don't blame society. We just don't trust.
Yeah, and I think that's the messed
Because
up
right
part.
now, even every death must have a postmortem before the burial. If you died in a hospital, yes, unajua wataangalia, but if you've died maybe it was an accident, if you are rushed to the hospital, you died at home, if you are rushed at the hospital then died on the way, they must have, but it's government directive, like all cases must be followed up through pathology, and to give recounts of what actually happened to them, because what you see, it's not even person of interest ama mtu ako na biashara kubwa. We have neighbor turning against neighbor, we have family members turning against family members. Because I remember tunakumbuka ile time tulikuwa na go through such a thing, and I asked the DCI, do you take through family members through this stuff? Now they're dealing with a tragic loss, and now you have to go through investigation. He was telling me, you'll be surprised in my line of work, things that you unearth, and for the sake of family, for them to have peace.
Do they have resources to do manpower?
Some they have experience.
I'll say like manpower to cater
like
to
forensic stuff.
No, manpower to cater to all the deaths that are happening. Because I'm sure they have to pick and choose. Because where?
Because what happens if you die in your house? You can't just mortuaries can't pick the body without
corpse.
So at least now they start.
I thought you were gonna use a pan there. Mortuaries cannot pick the body without corpse.
Yeah.
So it's. I think they have the manpower for that.
So the last thing, and kuuliza reaction yako ni, there's this, I found it to be super funny. There's this girl anaitwa Mjaka Mfine, mamja?
Yeah.
So
someone, big posterior.
Yes, someone had written ati matiti zimeanguka kama uchumi ya kasongo. Alafu she replied, za mamako zikisimama nitambia zangu zisimame pia. Damn. When you bring our mothers into the equation, so
that's a tit standoff.
Yeah. It's like tit for tat.
Tit for tat.
Like, shit. Yeah, but Mr. EOTWE, asante sana for your time.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully natrai kuonekana za kupatana Sajid before mwaka iishe. Sijui kama itawezekana, but apart from that, man, enjoy kazi yako. Damn, kuna kitu moja nilikuwa nimesema I'll ask you. You're flying. I noticed that nikienda Kisumu, yes, my ears never block. Majuzi nimefly to Mombasa and my ears blocked, and I was like no, my ears never block when I go to Kisumu. Could there be a reason?
That's a very nice question, because it's easy to answer for me. The difference is so pressure. There's more pressure the lower you go. Mombasa is sea level. So the difference in pressure from Nairobi, which is about 5,500 feet, versus Mombasa is quite a huge difference. So that's why remember your ears are your barometric. What do you call it? Your ears are your instrument. I'm trying to find the word. Organ.
Yes.
For equalizing pressure, right? So any pressure differential, you'll feel it in your ears. That's why even when us guys as pilots are advised, if you have a cold or symptoms of a cold, in fact, as crew, we swap flights. Like if my friend is going to Kisumu Kesho and me I was meant to go to Mombasa, I'll swap for the Kisumu, he does the Mombasa, so that I don't feel so much the effects of my homa. So Kisumu is at about 4,000 feet. So the difference is about 1,000. Mombasa moving from 5K to sea level. So the
Nairobi ndio iko higher.
Yeah, significantly.
Okay. Because I was wondering, kitu moja, it messed with my mind because I'd not flown to Mombasa for some time, yes? Alafu nikashindwa like, masikio zangu.
You're feeling pain ama blocked?
Just blocked.
There's a thing we are taught called it's called a Valsalva maneuver. You hold your nose and force pressure out of your ears. Literally hold your nose, apply pressure like you're applying air, and push air out of your ears.
Oh, okay.
That's how you unblock your ears.
So now with that, me kile discover I should have used this a friend of mine pia, like someone who watches the show, and it was Soro anakwaga based in Delaware, so he told me to buy these two things where I can neza zingiza tu kwa masikio, and they normally work kabisa. So I should have just known nikienda Mombasa she's like unaziweka. So what they do is zinapatia air a very small space for maneuvering through, so you don't feel all that shit.
But trust me, remember this, mark my words, if you're watching you face this Valsalva maneuver, it's very easy.
So
hold your nose,
trying to push air,
like try push air, so you can feel trying to go through your ears.
Yes.
Now do it to the extent it's like your ear will
I used to play those
almost
those
like
games
fart
with myself as a kid.
and then once you literally feel instant relief because the pressure equalizes, and then now you feel normal again.
So inafaa kudu kisha landa maniki huko juu.
So as soon as you start feeling any discomfort, it means there's a differential between ambient and inside there. So just force it out, force the air out of your ears.
Okay, damn, you live you learn, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so hii imekuwa ni episode 579, huh?
Hope
Yes.
we've helped you unbox.
Yes.
579. Damn,
579.
you guys are 500 episodes ahead of me. I think I've done 79 now.
Oh, okay. But unajua you are a full-time pilot. Bana.
Well, fair enough.
We are part-time
Makula
podcasters.
upepo.
Yeah, unakula upepo. Zile za nani anaitwa nani Kasipula.
Kula upepo.
Yes. Yeah, so imekuwa ni episode 579. Kama kawaida tukisema like, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend. Tukimalizia tusema EOTWE. No, is it Happy Boxing Day?
Happy Boxing Day.
Happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas.
Happy
Check
holidays.
out EOTWE on YouTube.
Yeah.
Some fire episodes. Go check out the Marf episode.
Yes.
There's an episode coming soon with the trio.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff there. Happy holidays. Happy 2026. Keep thriving. Keep hustling, man.
EOTWE.
EOTWE.